Okay, so we're going to now look at a example that needs to use the Hungarian method to assign different swim legs to different swimmers in a medley relay race. So the object is to assign the best combination of swimmers to the fastest possible or expected times that they will produce. So we start off by doing the row reduction. So that's our first step. Now if we look at our first row, that's Jane. Jane's fastest time is in the freestyle, 49. So we have to subtract 49 from every number in that row. So 51 minus 49 is going to give us 2. We get 3, 15, and 0. 49 minus 49 is 0. And then Sarah, her fastest time is in the backstroke. So that's 50. So again, same process, subtract 50 from the rest. Okay. And we have 50 again for Lauren, but this time in freestyle. So it's going to be 5. Let's see if I can give myself enough room. 5, 2, 13, and 0. And finally, 52, also in the freestyle. That's Kate, so 6 there. 3, 14, and 0. Okay, so now we have to cross it out with the smallest amount of lines, and that's 1 and 2. And because we've got a 4x4 matrix, we have to go on to the next step, which is the column reduction. We're writing a row reduction. So that's a row reduction. Now we have to move on to column reduction. So, column reduction this time we start with this matrix we just created. And for the first column, the smallest number is our 2. So we've got 0 here, 0 here, 3, and 4. In this one, 0 is our smallest number, so we don't have to worry about that one. We do have to include it in our matrix, though. 3, 0, 2, and 3. Okay, it just stays the same. 9 is our smallest number in this column, so we get 6, 0, 4, and 5. And zeros are in this last column, so that all stays the same. Okay, so now we've got 1, 2, and 3, and you could have done the vertical one there. It doesn't matter which way you go. And that's actually a good point. Like, some people aren't sure how they have to cross the lines out, but it all ends up the same if you just follow the Hungarian method correctly. So now we have to do the Hungarian algorithm. I think it's called Hungarian. I think that's got that right. Hungarian algorithm. Can't read my handwriting anyway, so it doesn't really matter how I spell it. And what we've got here is these numbers here are uncrossed, so that's very convenient that this block of number here that's uncrossed. So we have to choose the smallest number, which is 2 in that. And any number that is crossed once, so these ones up the top here and the ones in the bottom corner there, they're crossed once, and so they get left by themselves. These two numbers in the top right corner have both been crossed twice, so we're going to add to those two, and we're going to subtract 2 from these uncrossed numbers. So let's go across the rows. So it's pretty easy to start off with. 0, 3, 6, and then this one's crossed twice, so we end up with a 2 up there. We've added 2. 2 is our smallest number. And then same thing for the next one. So 0, 0, 0, 4. And then we subtract. So we're going to be left with 1, 0, 2, 0. So that 0 just crossed once. And then 2, 1, 3, and 0. Okay. So we have now, we probably have to use, let's hope we have to use 4. So we've got 1 across there, down there as well, and then down here, and also across there. So we've now used 4 straight lines to cross them out, so we can now do an assignment. And I'll have to cross between 2 slides here. So we'll do an assignment. So we'll write down our swimmers of of J, it's got to be J, S, L, and Kate. So Jane, Sarah, Lauren, and Kate. And over here, we're going to have butterfly. We're going to have backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle. Okay, so let's go back to our previous matrix. So our first row is Jane, and Jane can be chosen for just the first event, which was butterfly. So we can go Jane goes to butterfly. Now Sarah, so this was Jane here. Sarah here can be chosen for the first three events. So Sarah can be chosen for butterfly, backstroke, and breaststroke. Lauren, this is Lauren's row, and she can be chosen for 2 and 4. So the second event was backstroke up there and freestyle there. And lastly, Kate can only be chosen for freestyle. That's easy. Okay, so now let's do our assignment. So Kate, we'll start with Kate. Kate can only be chosen for freestyle. So Kate equals freestyle. And then Lauren equals backstroke because she cannot do freestyle because Kate's already been assigned freestyle. We can maybe, so we've got Sarah now who can do breaststroke or butterfly. Jane can only do butterfly. Let's put Jane. Jane can only do butterfly, which leaves Sarah with backstroke. Not breaststroke, sorry. Breaststroke. Okay, good. And now we can go and circle our thing. So we've got Kate is going to be at 52 with the freestyle, Lauren with the backstroke, Jane with the butterfly, and Sarah with the breaststroke. There. Okay. So then the numbers end up being 52. And that's Lauren with the backstroke. Lauren here, backstroke is 52 as well. And then we have Jane with 51. And finally, Sarah 59. And then those numbers should end up being, if we add them all up, they'll be 214 seconds. So add all those together, plus them all together. 214 seconds, and that is our expected time. It's 214 seconds. So you can line them up and add them any way you like. Set that out any way you like. But that's the Hungarian method.